Yeah, wait, one sec, one sec.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Well, your mic working. Give me a mic.
Uh, no, take that. I bet. You ready now?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah. I'm ready.
so
Do you want to continue from where we were last time? Where?
we could start over. What
Yeah.
few judges? Flow. Q judges.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful.
Yo,
Um,
what's up, yo?
but
For creating for the recording, my position is pro-choice. Your position is
for life, Q's playing. What is your
yeah,
argument for why you pro-choice?
yeah. The
Like
argument
what?
for why I'm pro-choice is simply, if the mother has bodily autonomy, she can control whatever comes in and out of her body. The fetus, zygote, whatever, blah blah blah, is going to be inside of her body. Therefore, she can control it being in and out of her
Okay,
body.
so what's the degree of truth of that argument? When I say what's the degree of truth, right?
Yeah.
I'm asking like what truth correlates to this argument and why does follow up to the main idea in the conversation we having? When I say what's the
Yeah.
degree of
So
truth.
the theory of truth is just going to be pragmatism.
So how is it be pragmatism? Like you give me
Yeah.
when I ask what's gonna be pragmatism, I'm asking like, can you tell me why you still be pragmatism with full context and full explanation of
Well, so
why?
why would it be practical is what you're asking me? Because I don't know what it means to be pragmatism.
Okay, so listen, right?
But
When I ask why would it be pragmatism, I'm asking like, is that why would oh my god, I'm still stuttering my fault. I'm asking like
you're
why
good.
when I ask why would it be pragmatism, right? I'm asking them is like you giving a theory of truth if it be pragmatism. I'm asking like
Yep.
how this correlates and how does it connect to your truth and your main idea you're trying to prove here? How does truth follow up to your statement that I'm trying to ask? So,
I don't know if it's just me, but I can't really understand what you're trying to say. I think it's an articulation problem. Because
How,
somebody be like,
how does your theory of truth, called pragmatism, lead up to your claims? Meaning,
thank you.
how would your claims be true under the
oh
pragmatism
yeah,
paradigm?
sure, yeah, sure,
Thank you,
because it's
Paul.
gonna,
That's what I'm asking. Uh,
yeah, because
that's what I'm asking.
yeah, yeah, I
Look
got
at
you.
you.
So the reason it's just gonna be practical, and the reason why it's going to be practical is because it's going to be actually in reality, and things that are in reality are seemingly going to be practical.
So how was it be reality? How was it gonna be
How
reality?
is it going to be in reality? Because it is
Mhm.
actually the case, seemingly, that people have control over their bodies. And do you want an argument for
But
that?
a fetus, right? But I'm sorry to interrupt, but a fetus is its own person, though, right? Even though the fetus is inside the mother's stomach, a fetus still has its own body. The fetus still have arm, has legs, and everything.
Well,
So
yeah, I don't see what that makes any. I don't see what that's a symmetry breaker body like autonomy.
no,
I
because
think that,
the argument is that you're trying to explain that the reason why the mother whatever she went to the fetus because the fetus is inside the mother's stomach. Well, I'm trying to explain that if we're going by that same logic, right? The fetus can do whatever he wants. If he want to choose to live, then he can live because it's their own body. If we go by the same logic, right? If people want to kill, if a suicide person want to kill themselves, therefore they can kill themselves because it's their own body. If we're going by that same complete logic.
Mhm. Yeah. So a suicidal person totally can kill themselves. Again, that's their own body. They can do
No,
whatever
no,
they
no,
want
no,
with
no,
their
no,
body.
no, no.
Yeah.
Listen. Oh, you
Are you
made a
gonna
claim, right?
let
Is
me
that the
respond?
no, no, chill. But Embers, okay, chill. So I'm trying to explain to you, right? Is that you made a claim, right? And the claim that the reason why you pro-choice because mother can do whatever they want in their body, right? And I'm explaining to you, right, is that if you're going by that same logic, right? If a suicide person want to shoot themselves in the head, therefore they could do it because it's their body. If we're going by the complete logic,
Yeah, they
Wait.
totally can.
Hold on. Embers, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All right, let me ask just this question. You just said the fetus has its own body, right?
You're asking me or Extorm for that.
I'm asking you.
No,
No,
X
I
don't
didn't.
have that, not him.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Extorm
was
said
asking
that.
a question. Do you? Okay, I know, but I was okay because you just said something. I thought you said that the fetus does have its own body and it can do it like what it wants to itself.
No, no, no. I said that the mother has her own body. She can do whatever she wants. So this thing, like the fetus, is gonna be inside of her
yeah,
body.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the mother,
Listen, and I'm trying to explain to you,
But
right? Is
but
that
but
I'm sorry,
you saw
my fault.
what he's trying to say is that the fetus has its own body. Do you have like an argument against that or?
yeah, I'm not given a chance to respond to it because when I try to, he interrupts me.
No, listen. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting you, right? I'm trying to explain to you, right, is that listen, you say that the reason why the mother can kill the fetus because apparently it's the mother body. But I'm saying like, if we're
Yes.
going by that complete same logic, right? If a suicide person wanted to shoot themselves in the fucking head, I'm sorry, excuse my language. If a suicide person want to shoot themselves, then therefore they can shoot themselves 'cause it's their own body, it's their own self person. That's what I'm trying to
Okay.
explain, right? If we going by that same logic, right, a fetus can live because the fetus got its own body.
Okay,
So
are you done? Now,
yeah,
can I please? I'll respond to your analogy and your argument. Don't interrupt me, please, because then I won't be
I'm
able
not
to finish it. Okay,
okay.
I'll tell you when I'm done speaking. Okay, firstly, with the suicide person, yes, they absolutely can kill themselves if they want to, because body that's on it. I grant that reductive doesn't work on me, because I'd be fine with a suicidal person killing themselves if they want to. I don't see why that even matters. So, and then secondly, with like the fetus, okay, well,
The
the
reason
fetus
why a
has his own.
suicide person will
But
matter
you said
because
you
right
would let me finish, nigga.
because okay, chill. Because you say that why
Oh
would it
my
matter?
goodness.
Why would this point matter? The reason why this point matter because you say that because the fetus inside the mother's stomach, therefore the mother has the right to kill a human being, a fetus, right?
Did
And
he
I'm
not say that he would let me finish like my entire argument? He wouldn't interrupt me.
okay. Listen, no, I'm rejecting your points. Do you know what rejecting your point is?
Yes, but you
Like
said that you wouldn't do that and you would let me finish. I'm not giving
you
a
right,
chance
you
to
right,
respond
you
to your
right, you
points
right.
fully.
I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you.
I'm sorry. You right. Continue on.
You're good. Yeah. Anyways, so to respond to your first point, about like okay, well, the fetus is his own person has his own body and things like that nature. Well, obviously the fetus would have bodily autonomy, but it's not going to be relevant to it being inside of the mother's body. It can't control anything because it doesn't have sanctity. It doesn't have like the ability to just use if it wants to live or not.
So
So
you just contradict your own
I'm
argument, right?
not finished. Nigga. I'm
If
not
you cannot
finished.
control the fetus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you please share? Okay,
I'm
so
not.
you just contradict your own argument, right? Because first you say that the reason why the mother killed the
Can we
fetus
get
because it's
moderation,
his
bro?
own body. But I'm saying though, right at the same time though, if we're going by that same logic, but in this, oh my god, I'm still. I know I'm gonna say, but just give me a moment, please.
Like,
Okay,
can we
just
get
give me a moment.
moderation? Like, I can't even get a point. I
Oh,
can't fully
please,
get a
bro,
point. I haven't got a fully.
chill.
Like, I'm
Bro,
not
chill.
finished.
Let me
Like, I
talk.
haven't got a one point out
Let
because
me
you keep
finish. Let me
interrupting me.
finish, bro.
Now,
Bro.
I'm supposed
Okay,
to, like, you're
so let me
complaining about me
finish.
letting you finish. You not letting me finish. Yeah, can we get
Oh my
talking? So, like, I want to get, I
bro,
want to go point by point. Like, you keep
please,
interjecting
I'll
me
mute
every
myself.
single point,
I will mute myself.
and then
Chill.
you're gonna come off with me and interrupt me again. Like, thank you. Anyways, so I'm gonna finish my entire point. Okay. So with the fetus like being inside of the mother's body, obviously it has like his own entire body. That doesn't mean it has bodily autonomy because it doesn't have sentience, it doesn't have things like that. It can't control what's going to be happening inside of its own body. It doesn't have the ability to like decide what's gonna happen inside of its own body rather than the mother or something like that. And bodily autonomy is only gonna have control over your body. This isn't gonna be its body. If I'm inside of somebody's body, obviously I have bodily autonomy, but it's not gonna be relevant to them kicking me out of their body or something like that because I'm stuck inside of their body. I only have control over my body with bodily autonomy. Because it's not analogous at all. Now you can go on your point. You can like server mute me or whatever. So you like know I won't interrupt. You can unmute him.
Like getting his head kicked in, bro. What the fuck?
Go ahead,
Right,
Arnold.
yeah. Okay, so thank you. Right, I'm trying to explain. Right, is that you contradict your own point because your original claim was that the reason why the mother can kill the fetus because it's his own body. Now you say that the fetus has its own body, therefore meaning that the fetus can do whatever they want in its own body. So if the fetus decide to live, then therefore they can live because it have its own body. That's what you basically. That's what I'm going by your own logic. So you just contradict your own point, right? Also, right, I'm also gonna put a question as and what's gonna be another degree of truth for that claim, and why this another statement have this. Oh my God, I'm stuttering. I'm sorry. I'm asking like, no, what's gonna be another theory of truth? Like that's what I'm asking. Like, what's gonna be another theory of truth? When I say what's gonna be another theory of truth, I'm like, what's gonna be another truth? Like, what truth go correlates that statement? Why this statement has some sort of evidence? That's what I'm trying to ask. So
Yeah, for the first point about like the bodily autonomy thing, I want to conclude on that point. I already explained why it's gonna be not analogous here. We can get verdict on that point. But then I'll respond to the
wait,
other
wait,
point about this
we
truth
going to
theory in a second.
conclusions? You want to go to conclusion already?
Not for the entire debate, but for the point about bodily autonomy and with the fetus and stuff like that. And then like we can get
Okay.
into the point about truth theory after that. You
All
fine
right.
with that?
So okay. So listen, right? We can get on to the truth theory now, and I'm trying to explain to you, right? Is that
Yeah, but I want
when
to
I
conclude
ask,
first.
Q, let me chill. Okay, Q, chill. Excuse me, right? Okay, so I'm trying to explain to you, right, is that I'm asking for what's the degree of truth of that statement because you made another argument and made another assumption. And I'm saying that what's the degree of truth for that assumption? So can you please give me another degree of truth of why that assumption would be the truth and why she would take that assumption to be the truth in this meaning? Like,
Yeah,
you understand what I'm trying to say?
yeah, you done?
Yeah, continue. I'll mute myself. Please don't mute me. I'll
Yeah.
mute myself.
Yeah, okay. So I'll repeat this again. I'll get into the truth theory, the separate truth theory again, right? But I want to conclude on this point first, so we don't like eventually like
No.
forget it or
No,
something like
listen,
that. I just want to
I
conclude
want you to
first.
get into the truth theory now. If you're not gonna give me the truth theory now, if you're not gonna answer my truth a theory, therefore you're begging the question because number one, right? I put on a question, what's the theory of truth? Instead of you answer my question, you trying to shift the button. You trying to move on to conclusion, even though you haven't answered my question first. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Well, these are two different places, right? The first one was about the fetus having a body and stuff like that. That's the thing I want to conclude on. Then you made a separate point when you asked me, well, what is the theory of truth about this entire thing?
No, actually,
The
right?
answer to the question is pragmatism. The answer to the
Right.
question is pragmatism again.
Okay, listen, right? Actually, right? You made another claim, right? You made
Yes.
another claim, and I'm also asking, what's the theory for that claim, and what truth correlates to that
Mm-hmm.
claim? That's what I'm trying to ask, right? And instead of
Pragmatism.
you attack, yeah, and it's pragmatism.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
If you're
Wait, so can you give
assuming
me
that
explanation about parasitism? Oh my god, I'm
uh,
so sorry, I'm stuttering.
yeah,
Can you give
if
me?
you're gonna okay at any point in the debate, so you like save time. If you're gonna ask me like a truth theory or something like that, I'm probably gonna say pragmatism. Assume that I'm operating on
Wait, so how would it be
pragmatism. Okay.
pragmatism? So how would it be
As in
pragmatism in this
as in
case?
the question which you asked earlier, as in why does
No,
pragmatism
no,
operate
okay.
under
When
a
I
space
answer would
like
be the pragmatism, why would be pragmatism? I'm asking like, why? Can you give me explanation why this four would be the content of why it would be pragmatism? And I have some
I
sort of
understood
evidence
not a
to
word you
say
just said. I'm not
pragmatism.
gonna lie to you. I understood not a word you just said. Can you please like repeat
Okay,
it?
okay. Respectfully, it seemed like you're not tracking, but I'm explaining to you, like, can you give me further context and further evidence and further explanation of why I say it would be pragmatism? That's what I'm trying to explain.
No, I genuinely don't understand what you. Cal, did you understand what he said?
Oh, what?
Okay. He's saying, can you give further context or a further explanation on why your statement would be pragmatically true under your account,
Oh,
pretty much?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
like
The reason
meaning that
why it
I'm
would be
trying to
fact.
explain like what's gonna be more context to me, more explanation. No, my fault, not much. What's gonna be an explanation of a further notice of why would this be parrotism? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah. So the reason why is just gonna be the same reason again because it's actually in reality, and we could justify it
When you
being in
say in
reality. We can give
reality, what do you mean by in reality? Put another question to ask.
as in it's actually the case.
How would this actually be the case?
Yeah. Okay. So, well, what point in particular are you questioning being
No, I'm
actually the
asking.
case?
When you say reality, what we speak of reality of, and how would
Yeah.
this be the case?
Yeah.
And
Reality is a set of all things which are the case. So, like the set of all things is
how
actually
would
are.
that be the case in the Son of Man and your conversation?
How does what?
Okay, so how
Why
is
would
that
this be
be
the case?
How would
exactly?
this be the
Thank
case?
you.
Okay. What are you questioning? How would it be the case? But what
Why
part
is
about what I
Okay,
said?
reality the set of
so
all things?
Why is reality a set of all things? Well, I mean, that's just how I define reality. If you define reality different, we're just referring to two different
why should
things.
we take your why should we take your terms as for granted? Why should I
Well,
take your
I'm a
terms
semantic.
as something to be true? Why should wait so why should we take your word for granted?
Well, again, if like somebody's operating under a different definition, they're referring to two different things. But all I mean when I'm invoking this term,
You know
because
what
you
I'm
asked
saying?
me
That you
why is
say
it
that's
this,
how you
I'm just
define
saying I'm
reality. I'm
personally
asking
talking
like
about
how
this.
should we take your
Yes,
reality as true and why should we take your reality as
you
true
don't
in the
have to
son of
say
man?
definitions aren't true. Definitions aren't true fact.
I'm saying like, how should we take your definition as true though? I'm putting a question to
No
ask.
definitions aren't true fact, so they can't be true.
Okay, okay,
There's
okay.
not a single true definition because none are true
Listen.
facts.
I'm asking, right? It's that listen, please track. Okay, so I'm asking you, right? It's that why should we take your definition as reliable in this case in our conversation? That's what I'm trying to put in a question to ask.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean by reliable there, but the reason why you
No,
should take it
reliable
as like
mean like listen, when I say reliable, I mean like why should we take your definition as why should we take your definition as the true definition of reality itself
yeah.
in this conversation we having?
Yeah,
That's
he's
what I'm trying to
asking
put a
why it's
question to ask.
analytical embers like in.
Yeah, again, there's no true definition because definitions are true fact. The reason for that is because all a definition is going to be is just what
Okay,
a speaker is trying
listen.
to
Please, okay,
express when they say a certain term. So therefore, you cannot be
okay.
wrong or true. Hmm?
Okay, listen. Okay, listen. Flo, can you tell him like what I said? Because it seemed like Embers.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to still, man, if that's okay. If that's
Okay,
okay
that's
with you,
good.
Embers.
yeah.
Why does your definition best explain reality? He's not trying to say it's true. I mean, well, actually, he did say that, although definitions aren't true. Truth out. I agree with you, but he's trying to say why should we take your definitions to actually tailor to what is shown on reality or what is mapped on in reality?
Well,
Why does it
well,
best explain?
let's best explain. Well, all I mean, all I'm trying to give with my definition is just to describe the term which I was using. And well, the reason why I
So
would best explain what I'm,
why should we go by your description?
you don't
Now I'm
have
going to
to.
put a
Yeah,
question
that's
again.
what I'm saying.
So
You don't
how
have
should we
to.
go by your own description? You say about where truth of reality is.
Yeah,
Now I'm putting
you
another question to ask.
Yeah, so you're gonna let me answer? You don't have to.
Yeah, answer.
It's just simply explaining what I'm trying to convey to you, right? When I'm using these terms, this is what I'm conveying to you. So like when I say, okay, well, this is
So why should
actually
I
in
agree on those
reality,
terms? I
that's
also
That's
what
want
I
to
what's
put
in
another
mean.
question.
question,
So why should I agree on those terms?
Embers. That's what's in question, dude.
I'm so okay. Wait, I'm saying that. Okay, I'm saying like this is in reality. I'm saying the descriptor, what I'm using by these terms, this is all I mean. But the reason, but this is
Yeah, your description. I agree that your description is supposed to be a depiction of your, I guess, inquiry
What
of
the fuck is
reality.
that in
But
chat? I'm sorry to
but
interrupt. What the
what
fuck?
he's put, I don't know what the fuck that is. All right, what he's trying to put into question right now is why would we call this reality over anything else, and why would we take this over anything else? Because you're trying to make a truth claim and correspond that in some way to reality. Now, not taking correspondence theory. I know you're not. I'm just saying you're trying to prove that this is going to be accurately